Hello everyone, my name is Zach Mueller, I'm wearing a Captain America shirt, and you're watching The Insider. Usually I'm not a fan of superhero movies, but Captain America was pretty incredible. Now granted, that's partly because me and Captain America's body structure is just so darn similar. Not when he's a super athlete, but before he takes the drugs and he's a tiny little white weakling, like myself. Last Friday, you may have noticed that episode 31 of The Insider had disappeared completely. I'm totally kidding, we just didn't upload it. We had a few technical difficulties which delayed us from posting the episode on time, and after a while we realized, you know what, it would be better to just reshoot the episode. So I thought, what better way to make our audience even more excited about seeing an episode as if they have to wait 2 weeks instead of waiting 1 week. This past week, magician extraordinaire David Blaine and retired NBA star Karl Malone traveled to Afghanistan to support and entertain the troops. I never really understood that, why you would hire someone famous-ish to come and just be at your party. Once they retire, is their job really just to go to events, stand around, and be famous? That sounds like the greatest job in the world. I don't think I would get anything out of meeting Karl Malone. Not that I have anything against him, it's just that I watch more magic specials than sports, so it just kinda works out. Seriously, Karl, your charm may work on the US troops, but not me. When it comes to people who didn't play enough sports in high school like me, your job is obsolete. In any case, it sounds like David and Karl did an excellent job entertaining and brightening the day of Camp Eggers. Wait a minute, seriously, the camp is called Camp Eggers and I didn't make a joke about it? What is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again for our magic movie news of the week. It's a segment that I just made up, but I thought we talked about magic movies so much that it deserved its own segment. I don't have a title or anything, or motion graphic, but it's a thing now. David Tennant, the British actor who is famous for playing Doctor Who, is going to be portraying a Criss Angel-esque Vegas magician in the new movie Fright Night starring Colin Farrell. The Colin Farrell part doesn't relate to magic in the slightest. I just thought I'd take this opportunity to highlight what an amazing actor he truly is. Seriously, that guy can play a witty Scottish hitman, a druggy jerk boss, and a sexy creepy vampire all at the same time. I mean, not collectively all at the same time. They're in different movies. I'm just saying it's impressive how he can portray so many different characters. That's what I was trying to say, and it didn't really get across. Can we cut? Getting back to the magic relevance, in a recent interview with the screenwriter for the film, Marty Noxon, he mentioned that the Hot Topic wearing magician is actually more inspired by Penn and Teller than Criss Angel. Really, Marty? We're being serious right now? You're saying that this is more inspired by this than this is inspired by this? Sure it is. Keep going through life with that floating around in your head. In other magic movie news, Amanda Seyfried, Mark Ruffalo, and Morgan Freeman are all signed on to the new movie Now You See Me, which is starring Jesse Eisenberg. Jesse? Jesse. Definitely Jesse Eisenberg. Definitely some big names to look forward to, even though the film still doesn't come out till mid-2013. Mark of Tempest performed one of his spectacular technological illusions at his TED Talk this past week. As usual, the effect went perfectly, the presentation was brilliant, and the audience loved it. Seriously, why hasn't Apple hired him on to do commercials yet? It's really about time. This past week's episode of Fool Us on ITV was probably one of my favorite ones yet. It was episode 7 and included performances by Sean Farquhar. Teller does his classic needle-eating effect. Bunch of other people that I don't remember because I don't have a real script and there's no teleprompter. Probably my favorite performance of the night was this dude who performed an effect. It's kind of a prediction effect with an audience member, only at the very end of the trick, he realizes that he is actually the audience member inside this black dude right over here. Yeah, that dude. That's actually a white dude in blackface. Totally kidding, that would never happen in today's society. He proceeds to pull off his prosthetic mask and hand pieces to reveal that he's actually the magician, which is neat. It's cool, it's unexpected. Personally, I kind of thought the black dude looked weird from the beginning. Two problems I had with this is that I immediately knew the second the black dude walked on stage that he was a plant or something was going on weird with him. Maybe because he's wearing these ridiculous sunglasses inside, or the fact that his fingers look like the size of sausages, or the fact that he totally is not acting like a black dude at all. Just to warn you, this joke borders on being racist, but when was the last time you saw a black dude stand like that? Never. Yeah, that's right, never. Okay, point proven. Or, you know, it might have been the fact that he looked black, but yet sounded like this.
$1,475.
What? So here's what I'm guessing is going on inside this dude's head. When he starts off talking, he's talking completely normal. Then realize he looks like a black dude and starts talking like a black man. But then realizes that later he'll reveal that he actually is indeed a white British dude, and people might find that slightly racist. So he tries to go back to the white man voice, but strangely navigates into an Indian accent. Let's watch again.
$1,475.
What is that? I also love the fact that the magician is playing the spectator, so he naturally has to react to his own tricks as if he's seeing it for the first time. And apparently, that's what people look like when they've seen a trick and are fooled for the first time. Can we play that one more? I'm just gonna back it up just a little bit. Can we just play it up? Seriously, what is that? I've never seen anyone react to a trick that way. In any case, I really enjoyed the concept and the performance. However, there was no real trick. Once you realize that the dude was the spectator, the entire trick is kind of pointless. And the point is to fool them, and you didn't even do a trick. You know what they say? That's life. I really don't think that metaphor fits in here, but I'm going to use it anyway. Last week, we received over 200 comments of episode 30 of The Insider on YouTube alone, which is pretty ridiculous. I mean, technically we received like 198 comments, but at the last minute, 2 random people just decided to comment on the video, evening it out to 200. Just makes it easier for me to talk about it. So, of course, it is now time for me to announce the winners. I precariously placed binary code throughout the video, which when put together formed a sentence which was, name my card, which some of you posted in the comments below, but you didn't realize that you actually had to name my card. My card was, of course, sitting quietly underneath my desk, which some of you spotted, but it doesn't seem like any of you could actually understand what the suit of the card was. The magnificent 16 to 35mm lens on my camera provides a gorgeous 2.8 bokeh, which makes those pips slightly hard to make out. I just talked really nerdy about cameras, and about 2 people understood what I said. Some of you said clubs, maybe even spades, maybe even diamonds, but the correct answer is diamonds. Yeah, it's not hearts. If you just thought it was hearts and you posted hearts in the comments, your dreams were just completely crushed. I apologize. No, I don't. I don't apologize at all. There are 2 official winners, one in the comments of the YouTube version and one in the comments of the video on our theory11 media section. So congrats to Muted Magic and Fantango. Is it Fantango? It's Fantanga. Yeah, you got scared for a little second there, but it's okay. You did win. You will both be receiving a deck of White Centurions, which means you are now significantly richer than you previously were. And now, of course, it's time to read some of the other silly things you folks have to say. I'd like to perform for Richard Turner because then I could tell people that I fooled a sleight of hand expert. I've actually, myself, wanted to perform for Richard Turner, but I really wanted to perform for him when I was really young and bad at magic, so he would see me and think I was terrible. But then, after years later of practicing my art, dedicating myself to it, I would be a sleight of hand expert. Then, years later, I would show him the same trick that I showed him previously, but completely fool him, and then I would stand up and say, "Look at me now, fool!" Get it? Because he's half blind. So, too far? A little bit. I think it was, I might have stepped over the line there. I apologize. I would perform for Harry Potter, but the ideal trick would be multiplying the golden snitch ball so we could all kill Voldemort. Okay, I appreciate your try to reference Harry Potter, but if we're being honest here, the only way you could actually kill Voldemort, as we all know, is to kill his 7 deadly Horcruxes. The 7 Horcruxes, of course, consisting of the ring, the diadem, the locket, the diary, the snake, and of course the little piece of Voldemort that lives inside Harry Potter. If you killed all of those, I guess, yes, technically, you could kill Voldemort with a golden snitch. But it would be a terrible, terrible ending to the movie. Your question of the day for this week, unfortunately, does not consist of any binary code. However, we are going to try a little bit of trivia. I'm about to play a clip from Justin Willman's stage act at the Magic Castle, which I filmed a couple weeks ago. I'm only going to play a small fraction of the clip, but if you can name the effect and tell me what the climax of the trick is in the comments below successfully and be the first one to do it, then you'll win a deck of White Centurions. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll see you next Friday. I don't know. I was zoned out for a second there.
I got something you like. Been training for years for this next one, my friends. I present to you the mystery of the silver ball. Watch the ball. Ooh, it's floating. How does he do it?
This past weekend, magician extraordinaire David Blaine and retired